Hi guys, and welcome back to Keep Smiling Adventures, and today we are against the clock because today we are doing a 24-hour challenge. The challenge is to get as far north as possible. As you know, I live on the south coast in Bournemouth, and today's challenge is just to basically for 24 hours to bike pack as far north as possible. Now, we did this a while back and we did it on the road bike, and we ended up around the Lake District area after 24 hours and about 300 miles. Now that was on the road, so today we are taking this challenge on off-road for 24 hours. So that is the challenge. We are on the Sonder today because, well, I think it's going to be the fastest sort of option. I've got the new rear wheel on, which is a Reynolds AR41, basically the same as the Assault, just slightly wider, which actually works really well for the wider tyres. So we've got 24 hours to go. We started at around midday, so let's get this challenge underway. Let's do it. This is actually a trail, but in the UK right now, we've had quite a lot of rain and everything has just grown so bloody fast over the last few weeks. It's all stinging at us as well. It's gonna hurt. Poor legs. Right, so we survived the stinging nettle alley. My legs are on fire right now. 2 hours, 20 minutes, 23 miles. I don't know exactly where we are, but we're roughly sort of west of Salisbury, sort of that area. So yeah, let's just keep heading north. My legs are all cut up and stinging, but let's keep going. Let's keep getting north. Currently, it's really like humid today, and it's a bit rainy, a bit showery. The trails are sort of like dry, but then because it rains, it becomes quite slippery, that slippery surface. Let's keep going. Oh, my legs are on fire. Right guys, so I've just completed the first 4 hours, which means only another 20 hours to go. That's always a hard thing to sort of wrap your mind about, but I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling good. We're gonna stop, have a chicken tikka against us. I've done about 40 miles. I'm coming through a place called Stowford. Now we are literally like level with Salisbury, just sort of west of Salisbury. 40 miles, 4 hours done. The route's been pretty good so far. There's been a few like hiker bikes through some overgrown stuff. Yeah, just ready to have some food for the first 40 miles. Now this is the first time I've actually cycled in about 2-3 weeks, it feels like. I just wanted a bit of time off the bike, just doing some different stuff. So this ride, this 24-hour mission is definitely going to hurt. One thing I'm super interested with this ride is comparing it to when we did it on the road. I just think it's going to be interesting to see just how more efficient the road is. We already know the road is way more efficient than going off-road, but just by how much. It'll be interesting to see. We did about 300 miles last time on the road, so let's see what we end up doing off-road. But we're in Stowford, we've done the first 4 hours, 20 hours more to go. Ginster's time. My god, up on the Salisbury Plain, that was absolutely brutal. The wind is yeah, it's really picking up today. Headwind. The wind is sort of coming west to east, so sort of as I go north it's out on my side, but every now and again yeah, I just get it straight in the face. And as I was coming around the Salisbury Plain area, around the perimeter road part of it, oh yeah, it was brutal, super headwindy, super exposed, a lot of hard work. Now I've got one big issue. I've lost my rear light. I don't know when, I don't know where. Too worried about that when I'm off-road in the night, but there's definitely going to be a few sections of on-road, so we're just going to keep going. Hopefully I'm going to find somewhere I can buy a light. I'm not sure where, because it's currently 6:30, so every single bike shop's definitely going to be shut. Now it doesn't get dark till about 10, and it's light at like maybe 4 or 5 in the morning, so we haven't got like a huge long night, but yeah, not ideal. We've currently done 55 miles in about 6.5 hours elapsed time. It's about 6:30 right now. We've just come down off the Salisbury Plains, and we're going to sort of head over now towards the Ridgeway. Let's go.
When we start this loop on repeat, hear my chest, how it beats when you put your hands on me. Time goes fast, but yet so slow.
So guys, I'm currently at 70 miles, just on the Ridgeway at the moment. Just sort of gonna come into Swindon pretty soon. Light situation, I think I've got it sorted. Put out a tweet, and someone has very kindly said they have left one in some milk bottles in their porch, so gotta go find that. Fingers crossed I can. And I really need to get some water. I'm out of water. Right, first things first, let's find this light. Yes guys, we are back on the mission for 24 hours going north. Huge shout out to Rob for sorting that out. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave his Twitter link in the description and on screen now. Go give him a follow and show him some love, because now we can continue with our 24-hour mission. I really thought we might have to bail it. I really didn't want to. We're just coming into Swindon now, so we probably got about an hour until the sun sets. So perfect timing. Again, thank you so much, Rob. Yes, let's go north. But guys, before we go into the night, it's time for some food and some more Ginsters. All I'm saying right now is I'm very dehydrated. I've got so much water. I've got a smoothie, invigoration smoothie, plus some apple juice and some fruit. That's our dinner. It's starting to get dark now, so we're gonna head into the night. Currently at Swindon. I feel all right, I feel good. I just feel dehydrated. So once I'm drunk enough, regrouped, and we should be good, because when I lost that light and I realized I really was like, what to do. I'm gonna drink all this up because I am thirsty, and then we're heading on into the night. Stinging nettles, bloody stinging nettles, guys. Right guys, so I am now coming up to the 12-hour mark. So we're halfway into this 24-hour as far north challenge. We've done about 97 miles and about 11 hours 55 minutes elapsed time, so nearly halfway there. Feeling pretty good right now. The trails have flattened out and they're rolling pretty quick. The wind has calmed down as well, which is nice. Everything's slowed down a bit because it's night time, and that's just kind of what everything does. I just went through a little village called Bybury, so that's roughly where I am. Yeah, we're just going to keep going. I'm going to have a midnight snack. I'm going to have a Ginsters, obviously, and we're going to crack on. Why is my hat all sideways? We're halfway there. Let's make a start on the second half of this ride. Around 3 o'clock, I reckon I'll be ready for bedtime. But we're not sleeping tonight. Let's go. It's like my worst nightmare. I'm going through a cow field and there's cows and it's night time and they're all staring at me. I might die, guys. Oh god. The ground is all sort of surface wet and it's just clogging up the bike right now. I mean, it's even clogging up my shoes to even walk on this stuff. It's just getting everywhere. So we've got a bit of a hike. Well, this is really getting frustrating and I am stung to it. Super slow going now. This is the trail I'm trying to get through. This is an actual bridleway. Oh my god. It's killing my legs. And yeah, very slow going. Cobwebs. My legs are now on fire. That has got to be the worst bridleway I've ever been through. I literally just had to hike through stinging nettles for a good, at least a mile, maybe even a bit more. Oh, my legs are now on fire. We are out of the valley of stinging nettles and it looks like we've got a bit of a grassy field to go through, so that's good. Definitely starting to get a bit tired now. Definitely feeling the not riding the bike for 3 weeks before doing this. Okay. Let's carry on. Well, I guess it's good morning, guys, because it's currently 4:30. The sun is starting to rise and Josh is starting to get his sleepy head on. Starting to feel a bit sleepy, starting to feel a bit tired. Legs are killing. We've done 116 miles. Super slow going. So much stuff like this. Really overgrown. Luckily this one isn't like stinging nettles or thorns or anything. It's just very wet. Trails are very wet and soggy and all like sticky mud. So that's fun. We've currently done about 16.5 hours. So we've got like 8 hours left. But the sun is starting to rise. We've got nice blue skies. But I am very tired now. I'm currently slowly but surely heading towards Stratford upon Avon. I've probably got maybe, I would say still maybe like 20 odd miles until I get there. But yeah, definitely starting to feel it in the legs, feel it in the tire. And the one thing that I will say is, like, when you're on the road bike or on the road versus when you're off road, the biggest difference is not obviously that you're off road, it's that it's so hard when you're off road to get into any kind of rhythm, because you're constantly having to either stop for opening gates and shutting gates and a little bit to hike a bike and like overgrown stuff. While you're on the road, you don't really have any of that. The odd traffic light that ruins your rhythm, but when you're off road, it's really hard to just get into a rhythm and stick with it, because there's so much stuff going on, like lots of gates mainly. All right, very sleepy. Let's carry on. Right guys, so we are now in Stratford upon Avon. We have got about 4.5 hours left of this 24-hour challenge. I've just stopped for a meal deal so we can get underway. We've got some mango, we've got some pasta, which I will be eating with some chopsticks because that's all they had there. And also, for a bit of a surprise, I got a coffee. It's a cold iced, I don't know. Yeah, so coming through Stratford upon Avon, should speed up a bit now because we're going to follow the canal into Birmingham, and then we'll see how far we get. I don't think we'll get too much past Birmingham, if at all, but time will tell. Right, time to eat and time to crack on with these last few hours of this 24-hour challenge. Food time. Honestly, if anything more can go wrong, I'm so done. Because just getting some drone shots and a bird decided to attack it. And now, you can probably guess what? It's in the bottom of a canal. It was like hanging on a ledge, and then I was just about to get in and swim to get it, and then plop, gone. So all the work I've done on this trip to get them drone shots are now gone. I'm so frustrated. I think we're just going to go to Birmingham and that'll be the end because I'm kind of done now. Right, let's just keep going to Birmingham. Alright guys, so I've done 160 miles with about 1 hour to go. Now I'm not going to do that 1 hour because I can't be bothered. But we've done 160 miles, which is kind of terrible really for near enough a 24-hour ride. However, it does go to show that how much more efficient riding on the road is than off-road, because last time we did 310 miles. Today we did 160. You could probably add for another hour, maybe another 10 miles, so around 170. So You could say that riding off-road is about twice as hard as riding on the road because, well, we did about half the distance. We lost a light, we lost a drone, but we ended up in Birmingham. That is where we finish our 23 and a bit hours heading north, which is about halfway from where I ended up last time, so it's about right, although I would have liked a bit more distance, but so be it. So guys, that was the 24-hour Get As Far North challenge, off-road challenge. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'm gonna go sleep because I am knackered. Till next time, keep smiling, enjoy the adventure. Peace.
Time goes fast, but yet so slow. I leave all thoughts, yeah, I let them go. 'Cause I